Hey y'all, I'm Jen, and this is the Knot Project, even though my spouse Craig isn't sitting here with me. And even though he's not here, he is a part of this project because the truth is, the project is called Grief Through Gratitude, and both of us, our whole family, has undergone a tremendous amount of tragedy since this past summer. And here we are at the impending holidays. Thanksgiving is the holiday that we always spend with Craig's family, and so here we are November 1st, and Thanksgiving is like November 23rd, so we're 22 days away from that day where we're going to be at that house, and one of the people that we have loved the most tremendously in our lives is not going to be there. And it's a hard month. I think anytime you deal with loss, whether it's loss of a loved one, loss of a job, loss of a dream, loss of hope, loss can encompass so many things, big and small, and there's a process of grief whenever we lose something. And sometimes the holidays can just magnify the intensity of that grief. And so we kind of have three choices when we're grappling with both our grief and the holidays, this space where we're supposed to find joy and find gratitude and celebrate and be with family, and we just don't feel like it. And so we have three choices. What are we going to do when we're struggling with grief and we have this holiday expectation on the horizon? I think we can either just ignore it and pretend that our grief isn't there and stuff it down and be inauthentic, or we can get through it where we kind of acknowledge something that going on, but we're just going to push through and be strong and kind of plaster the happy smile on and then go and weep and cry when we're alone. Or we can intentionally embrace the fullness of our grief and the fullness of what the holiday season has to offer with our authentic selves. And how we interact and how we embrace that holiday season might be radically different from how you have embraced it before, because grief changes you. Loss changes you. We are not going to be the same people this Thanksgiving that we were last Thanksgiving, or especially the Thanksgiving before Sandy got her diagnosis. And so the deal is that we want to have a space for all of us who are grappling with grief for this holiday season to come and be real and to be authentic. And I think that it can be hard when we start seeing things on Facebook about finding gratitude, and there's this everyday rollout and you're supposed to find something to be thankful for. And I think that that's harder when you're grieving sometimes, because the pain and the anger and the frustration and the heart hurt make it hard to see what is still there for us. On the flip side, I think that gratitude can completely change our perspective, and I think that having gratitude can actually help us process grief more fully, and it can allow us to be fully present in the space that we're in. And so we're going to be looking at how do we practice gratitude through our grief, or in the presence of our grief, and how can we create a safe space to be able to do that authentically. So we are going to be rolling out a small something every single day for the month of November. This is a very no pressure, no expectation kind of deal. This is simply an offering of where we are authentically sharing our grief with you in the hopes that it might bring blessing to you, that it might bring validation to you. And so we invite you to check back on the Knot Project Facebook page. We invite you to engage if you want, but there's no pressure to do that. But I would like to know, if you are joining us for this series or part of this series, are you suffering from loss? Are you grieving? And if you would be willing, could you just share with us what that grief is, what you're mourning? Because it's so important. The first step is to acknowledge that you have it, because you can't find gratitude through something if you pretend it's not there. So we're praying for you. We're praying for us and for our family as we navigate this grief. And we just look forward to carrying our heart together to Jesus in this process. All right, take care, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.